Yo, what's good, family? Welcome to the video. Having a good day. Hope you're taking good care of yourself, stacking wins, eating clean, eating healthy, staying on your purpose, tapping into God. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and join the tribe. And if you've been tuned in, then you already know the vibe, baby. Yeah. Hey, listen, man, if you're in your 20s, you need to watch this all the way to the end because I'm about to give you some advice. Take it from me because I've been through my 20s and I've reached a certain level that I think a lot of people would like to be at. I'm not where I want to be exactly, as far as, having reached all my goals and fulfilling all my potential. But truly, I'm at a place now where after doing some reflection, I'm mindful, aware, and grateful of how far I've actually made it, how far I've come. And this is going to be a video full of practical tips that will help you make sure that you get the most out of your 20s. So, a lot of times, and it's going to be different for everybody, right, bro? But you might be, just getting out of college. You may have not gone to college and you're starting to work. You have a job. Maybe you're trying to apply for a job. You're trying to figure out what to do. You don't even know what you want to do. Whether you're living at home or you're on campus or you just got your own place or you're with roommates, I get it. I've been there, done that. When I was 21, for example, I graduated college. Okay, I went to college from 17 to 21, got my bachelor's degree in communication. At 21, boom, got that graduate degree. I'm like, okay, ready for the real world. That's what they say, right? Ready for the real world. What does that even mean? Let me explain to you what that means. It means that your life doesn't really begin until your 20s, but it's not your prime. It's not your peak, but it is a very pivotal and important and crucial time period, okay? During your 20s, you should be doing as much as you can to improve yourself, to improve your well-being, to get ahead and to learn as much as you possibly can, what to do, what not to do. Okay, so what I did was started building my network, started taking personal development really serious, started exploring and traveling to different places, meeting different people and different faces. And along the way, I made plenty of mistakes. So hopefully I can give you some advice as to, what to avoid and what not to do to prevent you from making the same mistakes. And then I can also show you and tell you, what's recommended and what you should do, things that I've done that I'm proud of, etc. So first things first, just really try to keep your partying to an absolute minimal moderation. Now, I get it. It's your 20s. You want to have fun. You want to go out. You want to, you want to hook up with girls. You want to drink. You can legally drink now. I don't condone alcohol. I don't think you should spend time, getting drunk, especially if you want to take a shot or two here or there, have a beer, or, a cocktail here or there. Great. Celebrate, indulge, but don't get belligerent. Don't get sloppy. Don't get wasted. Don't get drunk. Don't black out. You don't want to do that. Trust me. That's not the route to go down. You'll make tons of mistakes. You'll have tons of regrets. You'll make a fool of yourself. And you'll just be in a place where you're not healthy and you're not in the best mindset. Okay. Now, I was never somebody who was super into drinking like heavily. I did have a stage or period where I was, turning up, turning up, going out, turning up, bringing girls to the crib, turn up. And I don't regret any of it. I had a lot of good times. And then also, with that came, opportunity for, hooking up with multiple women and, just putting myself into situations where at the time, you think, okay, this is about to be lit. This is about to be fun. This is what I want. This is what every guy wants, right? Having a bunch of girls and living that lifestyle, and so that's something that I went through. Now, a lot of guys I know, you might even struggle with women. You're probably, wondering like, okay, well, that doesn't really suit or fit me. Maybe you're looking into like, how can you expand your business? That's what you should be doing. Truly, you should be looking to figure out and discover who you truly are in your 20s. You should be looking to find ways to get ahead in life, prioritize yourself, your priorities, get it all straight, and figure out what you want in life, what you don't want in life, who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to see, the type of lifestyle you want to live through trial and error. Okay, do as much as you can, experiment as much as you can, take on as much opportunity as you can, because you can learn from everything. You can fail and then still get back up and try again. That's the best thing about your 20s, is that it's not your end all be all. It's not like the end of your life. So you have your 20s to ultimately kind of give it as a test run. Now, if you hit the ground running and you blow up and you have massive success, you're probably going to stay on track. But if you aren't on track right now, or you feel like you're kind of making the wrong steps, or you're kind of stuck, etc., That's normal. Okay. In your 20s, you don't even have the mindset that you really need usually. You don't have the experience. You haven't been exposed to certain things. So you're going to, be living kind of naive. You're going to be kind of ignorant at times. And try your best to really prioritize your health. Okay. Really try to, eat clean, drink water, work out, build your muscle, build your confidence, build your character. That's going to be like the key thing to do in your 20s. As a man, you want to just level up as much as you possibly can. You want to take everything that you've learned and developed and accumulated through your 20s into your 30s. Okay. You want to understand the world. You want to understand your place in the world. You want to understand your beliefs, understand your morals, develop your own opinions in your 20s. This is a good opportunity and this is a good time for you to really figure out your own truth. I know a lot of times we look to see, who believes what and what so and so says and what they want and what they believe and what they suggest, but you really need to figure out you. I'm not saying don't learn from people. Of course you want to learn from people. In fact, you should learn from people. You'll need to learn from people. The best thing you can do is learn from a mentor. Learn from somebody who has the life that you want, who has the results that you want, who's already been through what you've been through or going through rather. And that way you can study them. You can get advice. You can get tips. You may need to spend money on that. You may need to invest. And that's something I want to talk about, right? You should be investing into yourself in your 20s. You should be investing in your education. You should be investing in your personal development. You should be investing in your brand, your business, into different ideas, into different concepts, going to seminars, investing in your network, investing in mentors. Because in your 20s is when you're going to build up yourself. This is when you're going to build your foundation. This is when you're going to build the individual that the world will see, that your future spouse will see, that your children will see. Now, I'm 31 now. Throughout my 20s, I've done a ton. I've traveled, I've learned, and I've grown. I lived in Florida. I lived in California like I am now. I traveled to Europe. And so I understand there's a lot of 20-year-olds, 20 people in the 20s, you guys realize you have a lot of tools at your disposal that I didn't even have when I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? Like all the social media, all the AI. Oh my God. There's so much information out there that you can use to really get ahead and benefit from. And that my generation, we didn't have, you know what I mean? So use that to your advantage, bro. Use all that to your advantage. I can only imagine what it would be like if I was, just graduated college and I had Chat GPT, bro, or if I was in college and I had Chat GPT, understand me? Or if I just started my business back in the day, what possibility could have happened? But can't really reflect on that too much. You got to just live in the present. But I want you to understand that in your 20s right now in 2024, bro, there is so much opportunity in front of you. There are so many ways that you can go, and there's so many paths you can travel down, and there's so many positions you can hold, and there's so many titles you can obtain, and there's so much to accomplish, and there's so much information, and there's so many people out there that you can get the right information from. There's so many people out there that you can learn from that are just openly helping you, openly giving you the content, openly giving you the value. Sometimes you got to pay for it, but again, that's definitely what you need to do. Okay. Don't be afraid in your 20s to spend money. Don't be afraid to invest because you're going to have plenty more time to get more money. Now, you should be investing in yourself. Like you should be starting your IRA. You should be putting money into an independent, retirement account, honestly, because the sooner you start, the better off you'll be long term. Places like Robinhood, Fidelity, etc. They'll allow you to open up a brokerage account. You can start maxing out your IRA. Right now, I believe the contribution limit is $7,000 per year. If you max out your IRA starting in your 20s every single year, bro, you'll be a millionaire by the time, you're 40, 50, 60, easily. But you got to start building that discipline. So really take into consideration your future. Your 20s will not last forever. Your 20s will not last forever, fam. Now, enjoy it, okay? Don't be in a rush to grow up. Don't be in a rush to get through it. Don't be in a rush, because it's going to take time. It's going to take time to build the muscle. It's going to take time to build the wealth. It's going to take time to build the knowledge in the business. But it's better to start in your 20s than it is to start later, like in your 30s or your 40s or your 50s or 60s. It's never too late, but again, the sooner you start, the better. All right. And going into, more things about your 20s, it's like you really can't take yourself too seriously because really most people don't take you too seriously. Like you're kind of still young. You're kind of, you know what I mean? Like you'll get respect, you'll get acknowledgement, kind of really depends on how you carry yourself as well, like your mindset, your demeanor, your mentality, and the way you talk and the way you present and dress yourself. That all does play a fact into it and matter into it. So you should be working on your fashion sense. You should get really clear on the image that you want to project. The image, your self-image is really important. Figure out, how you want to be perceived, how you want people to look at you, how you want the world to define you in a sense, right? Because believe it or not, even though, we talk about not really caring what people say, perception matters, looks matter. You know what I'm saying? So you need to work on the package that is you. What are you bringing to the table? How are you showing up to the occasion? Okay. It's a really good opportunity while you're in your 20s to just develop certain, traits and characteristics like discipline, you know what I mean? And developing daily habits like the mindset training that I talk about, the fitness training that I talk about, really getting dialed in with your macronutrition. So you're really governing your body and yourself in a way that illustrates self-love. Okay. Really learn how to self-love, like love yourself in your 20s. Find ways to reassure yourself in your 20s because there's going to be a lot of people doing a lot of different things. And you might be like, I don't know. You might just kind of be confused because you haven't quite reached the age of reason. You're still kind of easily, influenced. And so you're impressionable. Okay. So if you're still somebody who's very impressionable, just be mindful of, what information you're taking in, what programs you're subscribing to, etc. You know what I mean? Because if you listen to everybody, you're going to be nobody. You know what I mean? So you got to really just dial in to up into, what really matters for you, what really resonates with you, and stick with that. Don't be jumping all over the place, shiny object syndrome. Now, of course, yes, do as much as you can. Try different things, try different hustles, try different jobs. This is the time to do it. But be real with yourself when you're doing these things and be intentional. Okay. When you do these things, be intentional because your 20s will fly by like this. Okay. And if you weren't intentional, well, then you're going to reach your 30s and kind of realize like, damn, like what was I doing? Like what progress did I make? What position am I in now due to what I've done? Okay. And then you're going to have a whole lot of pressure on you because society, women, the world, and you're going to have to really like step it up and man up. That's why this channel is called Man Up, because at some point you're going to need to man up. In your 20s is going to be the time when you man up. You're going to go from a boy to a man. That's really what's going to happen. So in your 20s, you need to figure out the type of man you want to be. All right. Hope this video helps you. As always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focus on success. Link in the description for my book, New You Now, A Guide to Amazing Improvement. Really great book. You should get it or not. Doesn't really matter, but it's a great book. I wrote it. Follow me on Instagram at Wealthy Westbrooks. Also, join my coaching program if you need help, bro. I'm here to help you. Mindset, nutrition, and fitness. I mean, these are going to be the three pillars. Health, wealth, love, and happiness are the four pillars, but these are going to be the three components ultimately that we focus on to make sure that you're becoming your best version. Okay. In your 20s, you should be working on becoming the best, really become your best version, become the person that you would admire. Drop the vices, drop the drugs, drop the alcohol, like really get focused in your 20s because you can blow up. You can glow up in your 20s so that your 30s can just look amazing, even better with more, just like a 10.0 version of your 20s. But if you fool around in your 20s and you kind of blow it, you're going to have to kind of restart and reset. All right. So really take that into consideration. Robinhood, if you want to start investing, that's something I can definitely recommend. Get a free stock down below. Also, T. Hanley right now is something that you should, take into consideration is like your appearance, right? Your skincare. Start taking care of your skin in your 20s. Like if you're coming out of a stage where you had acne or you're growing up and you're hitting the gym, you're sweating a lot, like you're going to want to take care of your appearance because you're going to want to attract that girl who's going to become your wife. You're going to want to, be able to stand up confidently and present yourself to different business endeavors and interviewers and employees, etc. So you want to be able to present yourself confidently, and there's no other way to do that than with Teach Hanley. Link in the description. You're going to get 40% off your first box, and then 20. I think it's what are we going to give you? We're going to give you $20 off for life when you become a member, which is huge. You're going to get a cleansing system with your cleanser, your AM and your PM. You're going to get a scrub, which is like an exfoliator. You're going to get an eye serum, depending on the kit that you get. You know what I mean? And there's also going to be a free gift incorporated with that. And I really want you to take care of your skin, take care of your face, take care of your appearance, because this is the only one you got. This is the only face you got. This is your moneymaker. This is what it is, bro. Your first impression matters. So really put yourself first in your 20s. Really prioritize you in your 20s because you need you more than anybody needs you in your 20s. All right. Peace.